Hello YouTube, and thank you for tuning into another Hanging with Heavy video. Hey, today I'm going to show you how we're going to use the oxy-acetylene torch to work on your hammer build project. Now, a couple of people have been asking me, hey, how come you've been not on the hammer build for a bit? Well, guys and gals, let me tell you something. It has been colder than a witch's titty here. I'm talking about down into the zeros. And my shop has no heat, so I don't really get a chance to get out into my my workshop where I get to work. And then we got hit with a freaking snowstorm that come through here. I had snow drifts tall to a giraffe's butt. Ain't no lie to it. Then I got that crud. You know that crud that's been going around the country? Yeah, I come down with some form or variation of that. I had to take 3 or 4 pills at one time. I took so many daggone pills I thought I saw Elvis. But anyhow, I'm back, and today we're going to continue on with our hammer build by going on and learning how to light and use the oxy-acetylene torch properly. All right, let's take a look here now. I'm going to approach this from the angle that you have just bought your kit, you've brought it home, you're all excited, you've got your tanks, and you're wanting to set it up. So let's take a look at what we're going to have to do now when you come home with your oxy-acetylene cutting outfit in the box and you're ready to set it up into your shop. So first things first, let's talk safety. You want to make sure that these bottles are nice and secured with a safety chain to a cart. If not a cart, then to a pole, to a stanchion, to something that is not going to be able to be pulled over or knocked over by the hoses. So first things first, get it on a cart, get some safety chains involved. Now, let's take a look at this top part here. This is where all the action takes place anyhow. First things first, on the top of your tank, you're going to see that you have a valve. We call this a hand wheel, and you're going to open this hand wheel to give gas to the regulator. These are called regulators. Now, this regulator here will attach to this tank. It will have a split nut, which will indicate to you that this is left-hand threads. So keep that in mind. The fuel regulator will have left-hand threads to attach to the valve. Now, on your oxygen side, what happens is that the regulator is attached to the bottle with standard right-hand threads. The gas, when you open this valve, and you're going to open this valve slowly, I might add, both of these valves slowly. When you open these valves, you're going to release the contents of this cylinder onto the tank side of your regulator. This is your tank side of your regulator. So when you open the valve, the contents of this valve is going to hit the working side, or the tank side of this regulator. Because of that, you want to make sure that your regulator adjusting screw is all the way out, so that when you open the valve, the tank pressure here will strike the side, this side of the regulator, but it will hit it very, very, very slowly, because you're going to open this valve slowly. If you open this valve really fast, this regulator could possibly explode, because oxygen will have the heat of recompression take place inside of this regulator body and cause an explosion. So what you want to do is open this valve slowly. You'll see that this regulator will rise. Now, this needle on this regulator is going to tell you how much gas you have inside of this bottle. So if you see 100 pounds here, this bottle contains 100 pounds of oxygen. If you see 200 pounds here, then you know that this tank here holds 200 pounds of acetylene. Now, traditionally, acetylene bottles are under 250 pounds, and oxygen bottles usually come in at about 2100. By turning the regulator adjusting screw clockwise, you are going to cause the working side of the regulator to increase. You're going to notice that on the acetylene regulator that there is a red line that occurs at 15 pounds. Acetylene is very unstable over 15 pounds. It has a tendency to explode or to ignite if struck or hit with a sharp object. So we like to keep this under 15 pounds. Now, the hose for the acetylene is going to be red. The hose for the oxygen is going to be green. The green hose will have standard right-hand threads. The red hose will have left-hand threads as indicated by the split nut. You're going to want to put a little bit of Teflon tape here and here when you attach the hose to the regulator. Now, by turning the regulator adjusting screw clockwise and increasing this pressure here, you're going to allow gas to flow to your torch. When you're done, at the end, you want to secure the bottles, open your torch valves. That's going to cause this regulator to drop away and this regulator to drop away. You're then going to want to take your regulator adjusting screw and turn it until it spins freely into the regulator body. If you'll take and set up your oxy-fuel system when you get home in this manner, you'll have a safe, secure oxy-fuel system to use in your shop for heating and cutting purposes. If you do not do like we just talked about, and you pull on the hose and this bottle falls over, if it is not secured and falls over, imagine 2,200 pounds of air coming out of a 3/4 inch nozzle. That would be like the space shuttle taking off. 2,200 pounds. Think about that. So make sure that you follow the safety caution and read the instructions that came with your kit, whether it was a kit from the flea market, a kit from one of those freight companies, or a kit from your local welding store. Read the instructions and follow them. Now, how was that? That was a pretty serious Hanging with Hervé video, was it not? And I want you to understand, this is serious. This is something that we want to make sure we take care of every day. So, until the next time, you know what I want you to do. I want you to reach on over there. Go ahead. Hit that like button. Go ahead. You can do it. I want you to make a comment and you can say, Hervé, I didn't get this. I didn't get that. I'll answer your questions and share with all your friends. Tell them, hey, have you seen Hervé? You know he's French, right? All right. Until next time, YouTube, this is Hanging with Hervé, and stick with my next video where I'll show you how to properly light the oxy-fuel outfit.